Hi, welcome to Pawpaw's Workshop. Today I am happy to be able to say I've got two fantastic items that I want to show to you and demonstrate how they work. And the first one is a fume extractor. So if you do any type of soldering in your shop, this will pull the smoke away from you and get it out of your face, cleans the air, and keeps the room clear of the smoke. And the second item is this absolutely ingenious third hand. This is the absolute best one that I think I have ever seen, and I want to show you how to be able to use these two products today. So let's get started. Let's open up this box. And I want to show you these two items. If you ever do any type of soldering in your shop, this is a great item to have. Now this first item is a fume extractor. And what's nice about this, when you're doing the soldering, it will keep that smoke from going up into your face. This fan with the carbon filter will suck those fumes and that smoke into this filter and help clean the air and put the clean air back out into the room. This is certainly a great addition to the shop. The other thing that I have is a third hand. And this is unlike any third hand that I have ever seen. This little foot is magnetic. These will bend in any direction. Let me get these out. We've got the alligator clips here, and I'm going to be connecting those onto the end right here in just a moment. And you also have a very heavy steel plate for these to rest on. So I'm going to set that right there. Now the next question is, how hard? These magnets hold very well. There it goes. So that's very strong. You can put it where you want it. You can move these where you need to have it. This is the best third hand that I have seen. So you can put this in any configuration that you want to be able to hold the item. I like that. Yeah, the first thing I do, I've got some rubber feet, and all I need is 4 of them. They actually give you 8 in the box. And I'm going to take these and put them onto the bottom of this plate. So I'm just going to flip it over. Peel off the paper, and I'm going to stick those on. There we go. Now I did measure this, but this is close to being exactly the same. So I'll flip this over now, and that gives a nice sturdy base, and it's not going to slide around. Okay, let's measure this. This is 7 7/8 by 5.5 inches. So that gives a nice working area. So now what I can do is take these, stick on there, then I can screw this on. And then I can put this where I want it and then tighten that, and it'll hold this in place. The other thing that it has are these little rubber tips, and they're great for just slipping onto the end of this so it will not damage anything that you're working on. So there you go. I like that. And just take a look at this clip. That is great. That little protective cover will make it where it's not going to damage the wire. And that's one of the problems that I know I've had in the past. Now, if there's ever a situation where I don't need these, I can just simply pull these off and use it without these rubber tips. Now, the one thing I want to point out is I have 4 arms that came with this, and I've got actually 6 alligator clips. So that's going to be good. It gives me a spare should anything ever happen to these. And I also have 4 extra little pads if I ever need to replace them on this steel base. When this company contacted me, and this is the Fstop lab, when they had contacted me to be able to do a review on their products, and I saw this third hand, I got real excited. Because one of the things that I absolutely love about this is this gooseneck can be bent in really any direction that you need it to be. And this is great for being able to do soldering, if you're working on jewelry or assembling of different parts, even model making where you need to be able to hold the parts very steady and paint them. This type of product is absolutely fantastic. So anything that you need to be able to hold, this does really well. And I want to show you up close, these locking nuts are really great because this allows you to loosen it, turn this alligator clip in any direction that you need, and then just be able to lock that back in place, and then that won't move. I like that feature. And I really like the feature also that this has a magnetic base so that you can position it anywhere that you need to be able to secure the object. The fact that you have 4 of them that come in this kit is great because that gives you the opportunity to be able to position this in multiple different arrangements to hold various items. The other thing I want to point out to you, this is a stainless steel alligator clips, and it has these little rubber feet that go on to this, and that will help prevent any type of damage from your workpiece, from your model or the wiring or anything that you happen to be holding. And the other thing, this base has some weight to it. This is approximately 1/8 of an inch thick and it's heavy. And with the feet that we put onto the bottom, it's really non-slip. This base is steel so that these magnets are able to stick onto them. But the nice thing about this, if you need to be able to go someplace else and stick this on anything. Now I moved over to the table saw because I wanted to show you this. Granted, this is steel top and that holds extremely well. But if you needed to be able to do this on the vertical, you could do that also. And again, hold this and put it in any position that you need to be able to hold the product that you're trying to hold. This is great. I like this magnetic feature. Now I wanted to go through and show you this Fume Extractor. And this is by, and I want to get this into the camera, by Fstop Labs. And this Fume Extractor has a very sturdy metal case, so it can be bumped around and moved around and not really hurt it. The other thing that it has is the little rubber feet on the bottom. The most important thing is that it has this carbon filter, which is designed to be able to pull the smoke into this filter and prevent the fumes from escaping into the room. Now this fan that's on the back is a 3000 RPM fan that has very low noise, and it's designed to be able to pull that smoke from around 5 to 6 inches away and be able to pull it right into this filter. Now one of the things that I want to do is go ahead and turn this fan on so you can see the noise level. And I think you're going to find it being very quiet. And I want to make sure you understand that I'm not changing the volume at all. So by turning on this fan, we can still carry on a conversation and this fan making very little noise. And I like that. And I like being able to set this right next to my work area when I'm doing the soldering and it's able to pull that smoke directly into this fan and filter it and put out clean air on the back side. So this is going to be an absolute great addition to the shop. Then I can just turn it off for a moment while my soldering iron is getting hot. But while that's happening, I want to show you this. This is my ancient third hand that I used to use. And one of the things that I quite frankly never used was the magnifying glass, so that was always out of the way. But the difficult part, these little components always moved at the wrong time. And it was very hard to be able to manipulate the alligator clips to get the wire exactly where it needed to be able to hold it. With this new one, I can slide this over in place and literally very easily adjust this and put it exactly where I need to have it. Like that, and I'm done. I like this a whole lot better. So what I'm going to do is just position these two right here. I'm going to angle them down a little bit. I'm going to position my exhaust fan there. I'm going to go ahead, and this is just going to be a test because I do have a video that I'm planning on doing very shortly where I'm going to be adding some relay switches or micro switches and some relays into my central vac system. But for today, I just want to be able to test this and show you how great this works. So what I'm going to do is just take a small strand of wire and be able to solder the ends together for this demonstration. Okay, and with those twisted, then I'm going to just simply put this into here. With this one, I need to turn just a little bit. So I'll just unscrew it, tighten it back, and clip it in place. That is so much easier than what I had done before. Now then, like I said, this is just a test, and I'm not really looking for the perfect perfection joint. What I'm looking for is just to test this third hand. So there is holding, very simple, and it's very sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere. And then from there, all I'm going to do is just put a little solder on here. Let this wire heat up for just a moment. Now you can see the fumes. I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but I got a lot of fumes coming up. So I'm going to turn this on. And now they're all being pulled right down into here. That is great. Now it's not blowing up in my face. Now the first thing I'm going to do with this close-up is just get some of the smoke going. And again, do not look at my solder joint because I really don't care about that. I want you to see the smoke, and you can see how it's going straight up in the air. Now when I turn on the fan, you can see it directly being pulled down to the fan. So again, with this off, there you go. You can see the smoke going up in the air. Let me see if I can add a little bit more to kind of get it more dramatic. There we go. Now you can see it going crazy. So again, I'm going to turn on the fan. And it's immediately pulled down into there. You can see that real easy, being pulled right on through. And as far as coming out the back side, nothing's coming out the back side. So if you do a lot of soldering, this is definitely something that I would suggest getting a hold of. But look at that. Pulling the smoke into the front, and nothing's coming out the back other than clean air. I think this is a great demonstration of that. And as far as this, if I wanted to, I could bring that down lower. And I could continue on playing with my absolutely horrible solder joint. So we'll put a little bit more solder on there just to show you. And again, I'm playing with the absolute worst soldering joint in the world, but that's not the purpose of this video. This video is to show you that stream of smoke that's going directly into the fan. The filter is working great. So there you go. That is fantastic. So if I just pull that away for a moment, you can see it just pulling right straight into the fan. And as for this wire, even though it holds good, it's certainly not a good joint. So this is headed to the trash can. But from the standpoint of these two items, I think this is great. If you do a lot of soldering, I would certainly consider getting the third hand, as well as the Fume Extractor with the carbon filter on it. And I'm going to put links in the description below so that you can purchase these. Hi everyone, thank you for watching my video today. If you like the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell next to it so you'll be notified on the different videos that I upload. Also check out the videos over here to be able to stay up to date on the happenings in my shop. So again, thank you for watching my videos.